So if you have anxiety, you've probably been told meditation can help. But telling someone to just breathe who's likely all over the place isn't so easy. So how does meditation help anxiety, and what's the proper way to meditate? Well, we're going to speak to a medical doctor who explains how meditation can rewire your brain. And we're also going to speak to Melissa Woods Hepperberg, who says meditation has saved her from her anxiety days. And she'll also show us how to properly meditate. But first, hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and click the bell button to be notified each time we upload a new video. Published studies have shown the many physical and mental health benefits of meditation, including decreased pain, better immune function, less anxiety and depression, a heightened sense of well-being, greater happiness, and emotional self-control. Thanks to MRIs or functional MRIs, we know scientists can to some degree look inside our brain. And what have they noticed? Well, listen to what Dr. Schwartz has to say.
So there are certain parts of the brain, one of them is called the hippocampus, and then another area is called the amygdala, that when you relax and when you practice meditation, they call it lights up in a particular area of the brain. So they've shown that people who have chronic stress or other types of mental issues that they're dealing with, when they start practicing meditation, and they will be able to see differences in where the areas of the brain light up, and the patients then report that they begin to feel much better and have better outcomes.
Now, I've been following Melissa Woods Hepperberg for a while. She's a meditator, certified in yoga and Pilates. She's created Melissa Wood Health. Thousands and thousands of people do Melissa's workouts on a daily basis. But some might not know that she was once too riddled with horrible anxiety. However, she's learned to literally breathe through it.
When you are someone who deals with anxiety, which most of us do, for me, I was unaware for many years that that's what it was. But once I really learned that it was my anxiety, practically taking my breath away, like getting the best of me. For me, it's all about really making this conscious decision in my day to operate from a completely different headspace, which I wasn't used to. Like, I lived in a very negative mindset with negative thought patterns that flooded my existence. I didn't think a life that I live now was possible. And truly, through changing my relationship to myself and learning how to love myself and all of the things that I once beat myself up over, and I mean like really learning how to love yourself, because we do have to relearn that. And
it's hard.
It's hard. It's a practice.
Very hard.
I want to be with you. I want to be doing anything that I'm doing right now. And I really mean this from the bottom of my heart. If I didn't commit to my meditation practice, it's transformed my entire life, my entire being, because it's helped me look at my life, myself, and everything through the lens of love.
So what advice do you have for someone else who may have anxiety that's trying to meditate?
It's, what we tell ourselves is what we believe to be true. So I think it's going back to how you speak to yourself, how you speak about your practice. It is a challenge every day I don't just float to my meditation pillow. I have to have the dance. I'm like,
yeah,
but I have all these things. Still, after all these years, I have to have this mental conversation with myself. And I'm like, but we know how much this impacts my mind, my body, my spirit. So I think, for anyone who feels that way, like, oh, I can't meditate, I think embracing the challenge and being really, really gentle with yourself. So instead of I used to judge my practice. I'd be like, oh, that was an awful meditation. And that in itself tells my brain that I'm not doing it right. And what is the likelihood that you want to come back to something that you don't feel like you're doing right?
What can people do if they have racing thoughts, or if they say they can't clear their mind?
You will. I do all the time. And I've been meditating for a very long time. But let's just say you're sitting upright in a position and all you can think about is everything but this moment, right? I think it's recognizing that, where it's like, oh, wow, I am I am living in my anxious mind, almost having this internal conversation instead of this trying to push and force these thoughts away, because we're always going to think. You can't just turn off, but you can shift the focus. But going back to that conscious choice, it's choosing to recognize what's going on, and then make that choice to come back to that breath, cycle, really watching that inflow fill yourself up. And like when you really do, it's like, it's the biggest release.
I'm doing it now.
I know, me too. And then watching that exhale, like fully leave your body.
So how does one meditate? Is there a proper way to meditate?
So there's many forms of meditation. There's transcendental meditation, which is mantra based. There's, I've done many different forms, transcendental, Vedic. And for me, it's been this, coming back to this mindful meditative place. You can meditate sitting in a comfortable seated position, upright, with your palms in your lap. You can be walking through the park and be doing more of a visualization meditation. I lay down and meditate with one hand over my belly, one hand over my heart, and do almost more of like a manifestation meditation. I think everyone can meditate. I do. I think we all can meditate and we can all benefit from it, but it's finding what practice really resonates with you.
Alrighty friends, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a like, click the bell button to be notified each time we upload a new video, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. My co-host Buki and I are on a mission to bring you everything you ever wanted to know about health and wellness. I'm Lisa B, and I'll see you next week. Bye.